The last war of Eberron is over. The world is divided and torn. 5 people now come together to further their own ends. These are dark times. These are the evils of Eberron.
Alright, so you guys exit the office of Basad, Eurydice and Karen bickering in the background, and as you guys step out onto the street, you hear his Githyanki knight holler out a hey at you, and as you all turn around to address him, he points to Karen and tells him to come back inside. Karen gives you a kind of snort Eurydice as he heads back into the building, closing the door behind him. And you guys are left out on the street.
Just to be clear real quick, was I given like a direct job, or I'm being told to wait at the moment, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Eurydice is going to look to his fellow adventurers here, kind of silently nod, and walk off to set himself up a campsite.
I'm gonna give a little wave goodbye and start on her way to start infiltrating that clan. Woo!
Okay.
Might as well get that job started.
Yeah. As will Silas. He'll tip his head ever so slightly towards Kilroy and turn on his heel and start walking off.
All right. I'll meet you back here later, I guess. All right.
Cool. Kilroy, what are you doing?
Yeah, Kilroy will get his donkeys back, into ready to pull the cart, and he'll get on his dinosaur and kind of holding the reins of the donkeys, he'll pull them along through town, trying to find a good place where there might be a warforged or two that he can swindle.
Okay, awesome. Let's start with Eurydice, I guess.
Okay.
So Eurydice, yeah, you want to go set yourself up a camp and just kind of establish a little base. That's what it sounds like. Where are you trying to do that?
In obviously like a flat piece of land. He prefers setting up just outside of town, so he's kind of away from everybody. And it's literally just going to be like a small tent and a little pit with rocks for a fire. I keep all my valuables with me, though, so nothing left out to get stolen by bandits.
Okay, cool. Did we establish, what time of day was it when you guys got back and visited him? Does anyone remember?
Do not.
No.
I think it was daytime, because I think we got back in the morning.
Yeah,
I think that's correct.
That sounds right.
So it sounds like early afternoon is when we saw him. Probably what we're done and what we left off with, I would assume.
Awesome. Yeah, so it probably takes most of your afternoon, Eurydice, to get yourself outside of town through the gates and, established outside the city walls. You find yourself in between the city and a few hundred yards from some forest and a tree line just across from it. And set yourself up your little tent, dig out your ditch. You brought your dinosaur with, I assume?
I did bring it with me.
And then, yeah, there you go. You are now a proud owner of a tent. I don't know.
Awesome. So
In this day and age, tents are good.
I mean, yeah. Have you heard about the housing market lately, David?
Yeah.
Okay, so my next goal here today is I'm going to head back into town, and I'm going to stock up on rations. Probably some raw steak or something to give to my dinosaur as rewards for training.
Okay.
Because that's the goal, is to begin training the dinosaur today. I didn't realize how much gold I had, so I can survive for a few days like this without worry.
Cool. So we'll say you head back into town and you kind of stick to the lower section of Sharn just to avoid the extra travel. Hit some of the markets. Be a little easier to bargain with some of these types down here.
Yeah, well, and I prefer like the dirtier, like dingier areas of town. I don't like the ritzy areas. People look at me funny. Makes me angry.
It's kind of a busy evening down in the markets, wandering around. Streets are a little crowded, but you managed to make your way through just fine. Shop to shop, picking up your goods. You wanted steak, rations, and what else?
I'm looking through, and I think that's all I need. If I see like a weapons vendor, I'll probably pick up some more like javelins, and then I have a set of chainmail I'd like to sell off as well.
I'm gonna say 1 gold per ration, and then 1 gold per chunk of meat.
Okay. So I'll buy 20 chunks of meat and 10 rations.
10. Okay. You want to sell chainmail and buy javelins, right?
Yeah.
How many javelins?
How much are javelins? I can get that.
2
too.
gold.
2 gold apiece? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how much am I getting for my chainmail?
I'll give you 30.
30? Then I will buy 10 javelins, which should put me...
10 positive, right?
Yeah, 10 positive.
There you go.
Cool.
Shopping simulator 9,000.
Pretty much. And then after that, I'm just going to head back to my camp, and I'll spend the evening training my dinosaur. Can do a couple rolls if you want there.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. Okay. Nice and straightforward. Yeah, you wander through town for the rest of your afternoon into the evening, gather up some rations, trade armor and weapons, and make your way back out to train your dinosaur. I assume you're using the meat rations to train it for
Yes.
basic commands. Perfect. Silas.
Yeah, so Silas is gonna want to look for his magical expert. He lives here and has made his living as like in the underground as kind of like a gun for hire. I imagine like he's got a guy to go to for magical shit like this, or at least some kind of source.
Okay, who do you go to? Tell me, who is he right now?
Right now, his name is Joey Jonerson,
Okay.
and he specializes in exactly this kind of cursed magical bracelet.
Joey Jonerson. Give me a race.
Right? He's a halfling.
Halfling.
Man, Silas just knows all the halflings.
He does. I mean, they're pretty common around these parts. They all wanted to, get out of that wasteland out in the east. Just nothing but grass and dinos out there.
All right, yeah. So you set out to locate your contact, Joey Jonerson, the halfling thief who most recently has been spending his days acting more as a fence and negotiator. And so, yeah, you head out to popping around through a few taverns. Do you just kind of how do you do it? Do you just kind of walk in, look, and leave? Do you kind of hang out each one? How do you?
I go to his usual hangout spots, and I wait around for a little while watching for him.
Cool. Get yourself some drinks and things like that.
Yeah, spend about at least 30 minutes or so at each one.
Awesome. Yeah. So give me 3 gold for alcohol consumed, and then I'm gonna say it's into the late afternoon. You just saddle up at the bar and get yourself a drink ordered, and you see him in the corner playing what looks like a dice game with another fellow halfling and engaged in a really lively conversation.
I'm gonna order another drink for myself and an extra for him. I'm gonna walk up and sit down right next to him, plopping the drink down and be like, "Hello there, Joey. It's been a while."
Win Thorpington. I haven't seen you in a minute. Where have you been?
Exactly the reason I've come to you. You see, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I've got, the usual cursed bracelet gag going on. But at this point, I don't quite know what's on it. I'd, come to see my favorite magical expert to see if you can give me the jiffy.
He looks down and he pulls up your arm and he starts inspecting the bracelet on it. You see him muttering a few words, pulling out what looks like the eyeglass that like jewelers wear, like a slightly larger version of that. Just one big telescope, just kind of looking it over. Well, it's definitely sealed. A little bit cursed. Yeah. Looks like a Erkin special, too. You can tell by the signature on the back there.
Cursed, you say? What exactly are we talking about?
Oh, well, I can't quite tell you the nature, but looks like you're probably not getting this off without the key, whatever that is.
And can you tell if anything will happen if I try?
It's probably gonna hurt. We could try and take it off and we could find out.
Well, how much would you say it's worth? Important factor. Important.
Hold up. I realize I'm in this bad situation. How can I capitalize on it?
Well, assuming you don't completely disarm it when you remove it, and you could figure out how to use it to, I assume, actively control other people or whatever's happening here, you could probably fetch a small fortune.
I imagine without that, it's worthless junk.
My friend, even I can sling worthless junk. That's nothing.
Well,
if you wanted to find out more about it, you should just go see Erkin himself. This one on the upper level. He's got his own shop, same symbol on the back. You can't miss it.
This is why you're my best lad, Johnny.
Cheers to that, friend. He takes the drink you gave him and cheers to you as he chugs half of it and slamming it down.
And I'll get up and leave, leaving a couple gold on the table. And head off to the shop.
All right, Silas. So you make your way to the upper levels of the city. Various elevators, catwalks, lifts. And again, it takes up the majority of your afternoon. You're into the evening now when you finally come up to one of the top levels of the city and you exit out into the market. This market is, well, you've probably been up here before, being of a higher class and definitely thinking of yourself as such. So for you, it's nice to be back up in the upper levels of the city instead of the, slummy parts of it where everything is just, it feels much more organized and clean and everyone just looks the part.
He's going to take a big breath sniff of air through his nose and just
I love the smell of high society.
Yeah. I love the smell of tea and crumpets in the morning.
You're heading straight for the shop, right?
Yep.
You're just looking straight for it. Yeah, so you're just wandering around for a few, kind of taking it in again, scanning some of the businesses before you see it down at the end of the catwalk that you're on. It's a slightly larger shop, takes up the whole end of the road there, and the same symbol carved out onto the front of the building above the doorway. As you enter the building, you open the door and you're immediately greeted with what feels like a pulse as you walk in, some kind of like alert or alarm that you just kind of feel like a shiver through your body. You assume it kind of acts like a doorbell, alerting the shop owner to your presence. You are greeted with a bunch of crowded shelves, all looking like they are ranging from, the basic weapons, armor, things like that, to much more customized pieces of gear and armor, to things that look like very experimental weapons and artifacts, all of which are carrying the same symbols that you have on the bracelet on your arm. As you're taking in the shop, you're greeted with a very loud, booming voice. Ah, yes, welcome, fellow patron. How are you this evening?
What was the guy's name?
Erkin.
Big. Yes. Are you Erkin of the shop's namesake?
As you turn to greet him, you see a fairly large human rocking what looks like a very dirty, handlebar mustache, comes down past his chin, balding on the top of his head, looking like he was once a very fit adventurer, still clad in his chainmail with dress over it, finer robing. Oh my god. All kind of tarnished and stained still, and just kind of looking like it doesn't fit anymore as he's kind of filled out. And you cannot help but get the sense that you recognize him.
How does he respond to my question?
What was the question again?
I asked, hello, are you Erkin of the namesake? Or of the shop's namesake?
Yes, Erkin Fisthair. Pleasure to meet you, and your name is?
Silas, have we met before? I feel like I've seen you somewhere.
As you give him your first name, you get the feeling something just kind of clicked. Silas, you say? Yeah, not sure. The name doesn't ring a bell. What were you here for again? I'm sorry. How could I help you?
I've fallen prey to something of your make, and I show him the bracelet. I'd like to know exactly what it is.
Oh, that's working with that facade fella, are you?
You could say that.
I'd love to tell you, friend, but I'm paid well over a good fortune to not. So yeah.
How much exactly?
Oh, more than you can afford, I assure you. And between you and me, I wouldn't be bringing down the wrath of Vasad on myself, for that's just not going to happen. Can I interest you in your own artifacts? I've got plenty of customized things around here. If you've got the gold, some weapons, or you can see him getting a little paler as this interaction is going on.
Silas is he's gonna notice him slightly getting worked up, and he's gonna think has to do with the bracelet being near him.
Okay.
And he's going to say, "Oh, it's that dangerous, is it?" And hold it out towards him.
Oh, lad. Oh, that's not gonna do anything to me. That's no. That's good try though. If that's how this is going to be, though, I think I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Well, you did mention you had other items. Perchance, what do you have?
Oh, it's this and that. A few good trinkets, some customized weapons. It's what piques your interest, friend?
Anything with actually no, he's actually gonna ask for sending stones. Just as a shot in the dark.
Is a sending stone a magic item?
Correct.
Yeah. Silas works alone, except for his body double, so he's never needed him, but now he's really wishing he had some.
Yeah, they're an uncommon magic item, David.
Thanks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I looked them up. They're pretty pricey. So I've got some money, but that's usually not having enough money isn't a problem for Silas usually. Or he doesn't see it as a problem.
Hasn't been yet, yeah. Okay. How many do you want? Just 2?
Well, considering how much they are, or however much they are determines how much I'll get.
What is it? 200 for uncommon, right? I don't care. Let's just say 200 each.
All right. Be like, excellent. I'll take 3 of them for, let's say 500.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Nat 20.
Shit.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Screw you.
Right? I don't give a fuck.
Should I?
I think we know the secret to why Silas had a fortune is because he was screwing everyone out of paying them their full money.
I think.
Well, that's how you amass a fortune.
Well, you should have just asked. You should just give them to me for free. Boom. Nat 20.
We'll say, yeah. He just when you ask, he just the level of nervousness that he's exuding is kind of picked up a bit, and he goes, "Yeah, 500 for the 3 of them. Yeah, that'll work." And he boxes them up real quick and hands them to you. And would that be all?
I'm gonna nonchalantly be like, "Yes, it's been a pleasure," and turn and walk out as if everything or nothing was amiss. On the way out, though, I'm gonna take note of the location and the name of the shop, of course, and him.
Okay.
Take a mental note of all that. and I'm going to make my way back to my place. But as I make my way down the elevators to the lower part of town, I'm gonna like try and fade into the crowd and actively like be unfollowable.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
That one is 2 + 5 for 7.
Solid.
He's a bit old. He's rickety. He's got the arthritis.
Silas, yeah, so you blend into the crowd. You make your way back home and settle in for the evening.
Yes, hopefully he's at some point. Yeah. He's got the stones. He's hoping to make contact with the clan, but coming, eventually he's just going to make his way to Facade.
Okay. M,
What's up?
you're up. When you head out from Facades, what are you doing?
So do I know anything about this group previously? Like, do I know where they hang out? Like, how much do I know actually, like, background-wise, or am I going off of like nothing?
He gave you the first and last name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You can roll me a history check.
Let's see then. 10.
Okay. Awesome. So in your line of work, you've definitely heard of the Boromir clan. If not, maybe run into one or two of their employees from time to time. They mostly specialize in theft and smuggling and gambling rings. And you can see how Vasad would want to move in and kind of eliminate them as any competition.
Okay.
You do not know anything about the leaders of the group, though. But given that you, like I said, in your line of work and you've come across them, you're confident that if you were to maybe contact some old buddies or things like that, you could work your way to someone who would know.
Okay. Got it. Or to at least infiltrate the group.
Or something like that, however you want to do it.
Okay. Infiltrating the group sounds complicated. So maybe I'll try to just figure out information on the day-to-day routine part. Okay, cool. Let me go find some underground buddies. Hopefully. In this town.
So yeah, where do you start? You just wander the lower city, and kind of similar to Silas, you're just, tavern to tavern looking for some old contacts.
Yeah, I'm looking for some old contacts that I might be connected to the clan, or I can find out some information with, and I'll go from there once I find out more information.
Who's your contact?
My contact's name is Reginald.
Eric Okra.
Yeah, Eric Okra. There we go. And he likes to listen in on people's conversations a whole bunch.
They call him the spider.
Or not, I like to think, okay, he's probably what do you call those people? Those people who they're not high enough. Oh man, it's gonna sound so bad.
He's a middleman.
The what?
A middleman?
That, or just someone who runs the errands of people, the drug people who sell.
Oh, like a gopher.
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
It's like a patsy. I don't think it's a patsy, but yeah, a gopher. Let's do that.
Reginald the Aircocker. Okay, cool. We'll say similar to Silas. Yeah, you were hopping around tavern, just kind of taking quick scans, looking for any of your old contacts. A couple of bars later, there he is, hanging out at the corner of the bar, slow sipping a drink, all robed up, wings tucked away, and you approach.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach and sit down on the bench across from him. Yeah, and just be like, what are you up to these days?
I am, same old. Passing rumors, selling goods. How about you? Kill anyone lately?
Not that I know of or remember, but kill a lot of people in my lifetime.
Yes.
gold. We're gonna go with that.
I mean, I think technically it was those pirates.
Just blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
It's fine. It's chill. You know, a lot of people die. I don't keep track. Sounds like a fun time. What information can you give me about the Boromar clan?
The Boromars. I could give you some. What's it worth?
I don't know. What did you have in mind exactly?
He kind of starts scratching at the table and opening his hand. Kind of like a gesture for a tip type thing.
I'll give him 20 gold.
Oh.
Is that a lot? Is that a lot of gold? Did I F that one up? Oops, whatever. It's fine.
He eagerly tucks it into his robes. What do you want to know?
I just need to know for a job kind of their day-to-day routine of their head, Kala, or how to at least infiltrate their clan. They need someone for a job.
Kala Boromar. Yes. Very posh, that one. Quite an accomplished lawyer. Loves to dabble in the blackmail. You wouldn't believe how much she controls with just her word alone.
Okay.
If you wanted to infiltrate the ring, I suppose a few ways to go about it might be attending one of their social gatherings. If you can look the parts and act the parts, they don't tend to question.
So she's part of the higher society?
You could say that. Or if you don't mind getting your hands a little dirty.
Whichever is the most efficient way. Are they looking for anyone for a job?
Usually they only take people they trust for jobs. Proving yourself might be difficult, but her cousin Miri, quite an accomplished burglar herself. Perhaps if you could catch her in the act, maybe negotiate something.
And then I'm assuming they hold these social events quite often, as the rich do.
Oh yes, they love their parties. If you just make your way to the upper levels of the city, I'm sure you can find a happening of sorts.
I'm gonna stand up and say, well, thank you for the information, and just walk away.
Okay. Yeah, as you get up to walk away, they Reginald just gives you like a small cheers with the drink and quiet good luck.
So, I have a handy dandy contact already up in the upper levels. Good old
Okay.
Silas. So I'm gonna go find that asshole now. Not to be mean to Silas. He's not. Em thinks he's an asshole.
All right, upper levels of what?
You have a friend. She has you as a friend in high society.
Oh, okay.
And I need in to get into that social event. Because also, you actually already met her. I realized that there while we were chatting.
Oh yeah,
But
she
I
was
don't
the
know
one I
that.
was talking to on the ship. Yeah, and
Mhm.
Silas has kept that to himself.
Yeah, I don't know that. Wait, you kept it to your... Oh, you haven't said it to us. Yeah,
That's
but
why I didn't include
know...
it in my recap.
Yeah. I know that you... At least I know that you're upper society, so if I need help getting in, I do have you to help me out. Get into one of these parties.
Yeah, so you don't know where Silas is home right now, which is right next to your house, because we're neighbors.
Yeah, we're neighbors, bro.
But I don't know if you know that, so that'd be kind of humorous. You're like looking all over town. I'm like at your house.
So you're gonna go looking for Silas?
Well, I have two options. I guess. Yeah, I think I'm gonna find Silas first, see if any social events are happening soon, and if not, I'll take the burglar route.
You kind of spend the rest of the evening wandering around unsuccessful looking for Silas. It's only towards the end of the evening that you actually catch him through the crowded streets, heading back to your neighborhood, actually.
Fun.
Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so as you follow him up, you start to get weirded out more and more as you realize he's heading more in the direction of your homestead. And as you make your way across the street and watch him walk up some of the stairways, you realize that he just lives several floors away from you. And you watch him enter his house for the night and disappear, and hearing him lock the door behind him.
Okay. Does he have any guards around, or is it a pretty empty place?
No, Silas is poor right now. He's fallen on hard times and destitute, so...
I was going to say, yeah, you guys both live in the same complex. There's no guards or anything. It's
Oh,
just
right.
housing.
A couple floors. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you had a house. Cool. I want to figure out a way to slip into his floor, his room, his house thing. I don't know.
His bachelor pad.
His bachelor pad, yeah.
All right. So what do you do?
So so we live in like one house together. We're floors, like it's like an apartment building.
Kind of think of it as
Okay.
like apartment style housing.
Okay. Does he live on like a high floor, or can I get in through a window?
I mean, yeah, you guys are both off the ground for sure. We'll say he's 2 floors above you. I'm not sure where you're at. Unless you care, I'll just say 5th floor.
Okay.
You could climb through some balconies or maybe scale some parts on the side of the building, but you're gonna need some checks for that.
Well, let's see how well I do. Might as well.
Okay.
Or I guess I could just knock on the door too, but I want to mess with him a little bit.
I mean, that's more
Hey.
fun for me too. So hey.
That dude was living next to me the whole time. He's been playing his weird ass karaoke shit all night. It's annoying.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, no, you walk by the house and look in the blinds and see Silas sitting there listening, being that dude who's sitting in the chair in front of the record player and just getting his hair blown back by the loud classical music. It's like, you're that guy!
It's too. I just never been able to actually see his face because his face is always away from the window.
Okay. You can give me an acrobatics or athletics check, your choice.
Ooh, acrobatics. Oh, I got 11.
Okay. Are you trying to do this stealthily?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it stealthily too.
Okay. You know what I want.
Yep. Oh, my soul today. 13.
Okay. I will give you the acrobatics check. But, Silas, what's your passive perception? I'm pretty sure it's higher than 13.
It is 12.
It is 12. Never mind then. There you go. So, yeah, you managed to... you're just too excited to fuck with Silas, so it's not the cleanest climb of your career. But, yeah, you managed to kind of sneak your way up balcony to balcony, climbing between some of the divots in the wall. Some assorted mounted things on the outside of the building, and you make yourself to what you believe is Silas's balcony, just climbing up and standing outside of the doorway there. Curtains are open. Silas, what are you doing?
He's sitting at a table enjoying a fine cup of tea while his shadow is preparing him a fine, luxurious meal of basic foodstuffs.
But it's, of course, it's all done masterfully. Like, it looks
Yes,
beautiful.
Of course.
But it's like bread with like a little butter sculpture on top of it.
Yep. The look is everything.
Yeah.
All right, Em, what are you going to do?
I'm break into that. Well, is the sliding glass door locked? Or window? Like
I
balcony?
assume.
Yes.
But this seems like something Silas would do, yeah.
It's true. Well, let's keep it going, I guess. I want to break in. I got some thieves' tools.
Okay, roll your sleight of hand.
I don't like my rolls today. I want to take it back. It's a 10.
Did you add your proficiency bonus twice? You're proficient in thieves' tools, right? Oh no, you didn't take. I guess that depends. You have to take that as a bonus. So, never mind. If you didn't take that, then it doesn't count. Okay, 10.
Yep.
That's still good enough though,
Cool.
because it's just a sliding back door. And then, Silas, your meal is interrupted by the sound of your door opening and Em just kind of walking in, shaking herself off, and putting her tools away.
After standing up hastily and attempting to grab for his gun, but stumbling over himself in the process because he's so startled. He'd be like, Mary, announce yourself before you come in. You have no manners.
I don't care for manners personally, but aside from that, you're my neighbor. Did you know about this?
I thought we had known about this.
I think in the first episode you guys mentioned.
I thought I wasn't supposed to know.
No, because I think that's your connection.
Yeah, that is. Sorry. I thought I didn't know going in. Never mind.
No, I mean,
Reverse
it's
that.
fine. We can make it so we don't know, and then it could be our connection from now on. Or we could make it so that I knew, and I just, never cared to mention it. Yeah, I'll go with that. Be like, yes, of course. Haven't you seen me come and go from the building?
No, but now I know where that annoying music comes from.
Anyway, I've got something for you. Seems we're forced to work together in this endeavor, so we need to stay in communique. And he's going to reach into his bag and hand her one of the sending stones.
I'm gonna take it.
These sending stones are are they all connected to each other? Like you speak into one and it speaks into both of the others?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take it and look at Silas and be like, so it looks like I'm gonna need your help with something.
But of course.
You know the person I'm supposed to follow? Kala Boromar?
Yes.
Looks like they're part of the high society that you so graciously belong to, and one of the ways I can figure out what's going on and figure out her day-to-day routine is by going to a social event that you guys hold. Do you know any that are coming up soon?
Do I?
You're not really part of the chain of invites or the grapevine that for these kinds of things. However, you would wager that within the next few nights there would be some kind of event, if not just a basic house party, because that's how these people are.
Wow, Silas is a loser.
No, he's totally gonna be like, oh yes, but of course, there's one coming up not a few nights from now.
Good to know. Do you think you can get me in?
Whatever for? Exactly. Because because my understanding is that I have it written down that we need to find her, but I guess not the actual objective. Like, what is it M needs to do with her?
I just need to follow her day-to-day. I need to figure out what her day-to-day routine is. So, like,
Getting
what she
information on her, essentially. Scoping out the target.
Would I know where the Boromar estate is in the city?
Yeah, probably.
You're like, yes, my dear. Well, I would suggest just heading on down to their estate and staking the place out. They're sure, like, people come and go all the time. It would be easy to get in at any time. And the flimsiest of excuses.
Easy to get in?
Yes, with the amount of servants coming in and out, it should be no problem for one such as your skill to just waltz right in.
Uh-huh. Like, she's not going to have guards on hand, or, because she's part of the black market or the underground world, this should be very easy.
Of course. For one, isn't this what you do, though? Infiltrate and sneak in?
I'm just going to shake their head. Like, Silas doesn't understand what I mean, doesn't understand, like, who this person is, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to be like, nice. It was nice talking to you, Silas. Thank you for your help. Or not help, exactly. And is going to head out the front door.
Well, I didn't even tell you where it was. Sorry, I kind of misunderstood what you were going for there.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I mean, I feel like it works for Silas anyways, because it's like, sure, I can infiltrate this place, but I feel like it's going to be harder to infiltrate than to like sneak in and everything, then you say it is, if that makes sense. Because if they're part of the underground world, it's not like she's not going to have guards just everywhere, security and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Pretty much because Silas is trying to play off that he doesn't know exactly when the party is. So he's like, oh yeah, just go check it out, camp it out. You'll see, the party happening anytime. And he, of course, is just like, oh yeah, no big deal. They're a bunch of buffoons. You can, sneak right in pretending to be a servant. So
yeah. No, it's fine. I feel like whatever way I will probably check out the house and see what it is, or go find Mary, the cousin. Doesn't think Silas is being very helpful right now, so I'm just gonna leave.
Okay. Anything else for your day? You're into the evening at this point.
Yeah, I think I am gonna check out the house. I'm guessing it's probably pretty well known where her house is because she's part of the high society. Almost it isn't easy to find, but I was actually gonna scope out the house afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
See what it looks like. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll say you make your way up to the upper levels of the city. Takes you a while. Again, it is definitely nighttime by the time you get to the top. Streets are, emptying out. Shops are beginning to shut down, and you're just kind of making your way through the dimly lit walkways there as you kind of wander through town looking for the... Silas gave you the specific address, right?
Yes, let's say that.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm assuming so.
Perfect, yeah. And you make your way to the part of town where he says this estate is located. And you can tell that he kind of vastly underplayed just how great it was. Because it's not just a house, it's literally an estate, like a large section of town gated off with several different housing developments, all in like its own self-sustained neighborhood type deal. And one large housing unit right up front, just painted in like this very bright white, adorned with all kinds of ornaments and decorations and statues and walkways all over through these gardens. And the house looks well lit and active as people are kind of moving about inside.
Cool. I want to kind of scope out the property more, see if there's like kind of like what the security is and everything, like if she does have any guards in place, from what I can see outside of the home.
Cool. So I have a really basic sketch for you. You have fencing lining the entire front of the property, and like I said, the main house with some garden and pathway up in front. To your left, the right side of the property, is a small building that looks like it could be housing. And then from there is a path that leads on back to a series of other paths and similar sized assortment of the small units that you see up front, and then the large building. You count about 3 of each.
Okay.
To your left and right, as you approach the fence, you see what looks like 2 guard stations taking up the corners of the property.
Do I see any like guards on patrol?
You see at least 1 person in each tower, yeah.
Okay. Do they walk around the property, or do they stay in the tower?
You do not see anyone walking the property.
Wow, this does sound like a very heavily guarded place.
So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna cry. Kidding, I'm not gonna cry.
Roll for tears.
How many tears does she spill? Well, I could just wait and sneak around. See how that does. I do have my fancy ass haunted hood. Let's see. I think I'm gonna try getting here because it's late at night already. I think I'm gonna try getting here in the morning and seeing if she leaves, and then try to kind of follow her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just going to go home for the night?
Yeah.
Sounds good. You come home for the night and then show up at first light to try and track her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll say you do that. Make your way home nice and easy. And made me draw all that for nothing. Thanks.
I'm sorry. sorry. I don't know what to. I'm sorry, but you can use it for next. I don't want to. It's late at night.
Oh, we're gonna use it.
Yeah, I see. We're gonna use it. It's just not yet.
Kilroy, back to the early afternoon. Everyone has wandered off to do their own thing. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go try and find. Probably, I'm guessing because Warforged do kind of do like a lot of like manual labor, and Sharn is near a bay. I'm gonna go towards the docks and try and find some Warforged, maybe doing some labor, and maybe they want to trade some limbs.
Because that's a thing that happens.
Wait, what?
You just got a bunch of people, rolling dice with a pile of arms. Winner take all.
I want to have a backup arm so that like I only have to wear the bracelet when I'm near the sod.
Oh.
Otherwise, I can just
Hey man, how much for your arm?
pretty much.
As a recap, didn't you already try taking off your arm?
The arm came off, but I tried to like slip the bracelet down the rest of the arm, and as soon as I tried to move it, it like electrocuted me.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just say you headed towards the docks, you said.
Yeah.
You make your way down to the loading station in the lower parts of the level. Plenty of airships and whatnot coming down, being unloaded. It takes you a hot minute because while Warforged, are common in labor type jobs and whatnot, they're not as common as a race and are kind of scattered around, usually live in specific enclaves. But yeah, you managed to find one. He's a pretty bulky guy, a little taller than you, wider for sure. His arm is definitely a different size than yours. And he's literally just going about the motions, grabbing large crates and walking them off the ship and loading them onto a small cart and rinse repeat.
Okay. So after observing this Warforged for a little bit, Kilroy's going to actually take off his face mask and his hood that covers his head and sort of look more Warforged-y than normal. And he'll walk up to him and he'll just be like, "Hey brother, how you doing?"
He stops and he looks at you. Grab a box. And he continues and he goes and grabs a crate, moves it onto the cart. And he stops to look at you. Grab a box.
Oh sure. Yeah, why not? And I'll start helping this guy out a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of trying to establish a rapport with him before I take his.
You literally just follow his lead. I will give it to you, but you find that these are really heavy crates. Like you got to pick it up, and it's not as easy as you suspected, or even as he makes it. As you, pick this up, and you're definitely not moving at the same capacity as him, but you managed to grab a few crates, help him load a cart, get it done a few minutes faster.
So, you do this all day, do you?
Load cart, sometimes unload cart, then load ship.
You're a pretty strong lad. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind accompanying me after you're done with your shift today. I wouldn't mind. Would you mind accompanying me? I need some help moving something a little bit further down the docks, and I can't seem to lift it. And there is quite a bit of gold in it if you're in for it.
Paying job.
Yeah, paying job. That's right.
Shift over. We do now.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Come on then. And I'm going to lead him down the docks till I find like kind of a secluded area to dip into.
Okay. What we move?
Well, my friend, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 7.
DC was 16. I'm going to suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence the creature to do so. And I'm just going to say, what I need you to do, my friend, is I need you to lend me your arm for, let's say, a week. And, yeah, just take off your arm and give it to me, please.
My arms no come off.
Oh, sure they do. And I'm going to demonstrate for him by taking the arm with the bracelet off.
Your arm is broken.
No, I just need another one. I need 3. I only got 2.
But I need 2 arm.
No, you're a big, strong lad. You could lift those boxes one-handed, no problem.
But does it have anything against hurting themselves?
Asking the creature to do anything harmful, any obviously harmful activity ends the spell.
Yep.
Okay. I figured since it didn't
I'm gonna
hurt
give
me,
right. Yeah. So, but your situation is different, right? Because you're not a true warforged.
this is true.
And so, yeah, as you're kind of taking this in, I'm gonna give this one to you. You're looking at his arm, trying to eye it out, and you do realize that looks more connected than yours. Instead of what looks like a more assembled body, his is actually bound together with cords underneath some of his plating and whatnot. So it's not going to come off the way yours does.
Oh, damn. Oh, you know what, friend? You're right. Your arms don't come off, it looks like. And I'll shove mine back onto my torso. And I'll just say, well, in that case, it looks like looks like whatever I needed moved already up and walked away. Oh, man. That is just the silliest thing, isn't it? Just disappeared.
So no job.
It looks like no. Sorry about that.
He's just gonna turn and walk away then.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of snap my finger a little bit, like, dang it.
I'm not gonna lie, I expected you to take it anyway.
No, because Kilroy is just a selfish asshole. He's not a murderer.
He's like murdering crosses the line.
I can screw this guy out of his good arm, but I can't just rip it off him.
Right.
What if you did it in a non-painful way?
Well, my other option was going to be hold person and then rip it off of him.
That's pretty fucked up.
Oh my
Get my
pretty fucked
crowbar in there and just kind of start.
god!
Like I said, I expected you to do something.
Actually, no. As he's walking away, I'm gonna actually run after him real quick and just be like, "Hey, partner, one question, real quick. Where do they bury us? Like, where do they put us after we die?"
Oh no! He's about to take the scraps of his comrades.
I mean, look, there is a place outside of Sharn called the City of the Dead, and I don't want to go there by myself, but I will if I need it. If it will get me another arm, I will go there.
Damn!
No burial site for Warforged. Many go to Mournland.
Oh. Well, that seems silly. Why would you go there? That's, like, dangerous. Okay, well.
You would know Mournland, among other things, is inhabited by a large Warforged enclave led by a group leader out there known as the Lord of Blades.
Oh, okay, so this is going to be like a mech suit, right? It is now. Oh, that would be so cool, David, if we got to fight a mech suit Warforged.
I mean, if you look at him, he's pretty fucking metal.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. I'll just kind of wander off and just be like, well, maybe I'll find like a puppeteer or something. Maybe someone can carve me another arm. Like a wood shop or something. Yeah, I'll just go find a place for us for me to kind of hunker down for the night and rest, kind of.
Cool. Yeah, you can turn in for the night. I guess we will start with M, since it's a new day and she already had a plan. M, you rise with the first light and set about back up to the house. Similar thing, you see the sun coming up behind the mansion, actually. So sun rises, you have the shadows tipping forward, giving you a little bit more to hide under at first, slowly losing it as the sun comes up over the grounds there. Same guard towers, same amount of guards posted up. Where do you hide?
Is there any like a trees or something like that, or like a bush?
Yeah, there's some bushes out in front, and like I said, with the way the light's hitting, you can probably hide in the shadows behind a bush or in it.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to hide behind one of the bushes in the shadows.
Give me your stealth roll.
30.
Oh, geez. What is your passive perception?
15.
Perfect. Okay. So, what are you looking for, since you don't really know who Miri looks like?
I thought I was going to wait for the lady. The Calla.
Oh, Kala. Oh, Kala? Okay.
Calla, yeah.
Even then, you still don't know what Kala looks like, right?
Crap, that's true. Oh, no! I forgot. I don't know what she looks like. I'm gonna just wait and see like what happens. I'm sure maybe I'll know what she looks like by like if she has people around her, like people surrounding her and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take clues from seeing how like people react when they see her, if she's like, because you can kind of tell when someone's in charge or not and stuff like that. So
Okay. And you're just going to do it from this same point right here?
yeah, I'm hoping I at least wanted to situation myself where I can see like the front entrance, so anyone who like leaves or goes inside the house, so kind of like that front entrance area.
Okay. What did everyone else want to do with the new day? Silas.
Seeing as I haven't been contacted by the Foramars yet, I'm going to make my way back to Vasad and see if he has any other paying jobs available. And also hopefully seeing any of the other teammates along the way.
Okay. Eurydice.
Seeing as Eurydice is good on cash, I'll take a few hours first thing in the morning to continue my dinosaurs training. Then I'll probably, right around, we'll say I woke up at with the dawn. So a few hours after dawn, I'll, post my dinosaur, tie him, get him leashed off near my campsite. And I'm going to head into town and begin asking about the bracelet, kind of trying to find the maker of it.
Okay. Not Karen. Kilroy.
Yeah, I think Kilroy needs to get a little bit more money. So Kilroy's going to spend the first half of the day. Only has one charge. Okay. Kilroy's going to spend his morning first I'm going to find like somebody who has some money, but maybe... shit. I don't know. God. I'm sorry. I'm totally indecisive right now.
You're good, man.
Dude, no, it's okay. I am too. I'm kind of like...
You can do
What do I
anything.
do again?
Yeah.
You can go gamble. Honestly, start a bar fight.
Go win some money.
Go gamble.
Make more contacts. Didn't you already have the contacts who talked with you on the ship?
Oh, that's right. God, what's his name? Robert Ball or something like that?
Don't they need it?
Robert Ball.
Don't they even need to like ask you for something?
That's right.
Too?
Rolton Ball.
Like
he gave me money, and I owe him a favor. So I'm gonna go find this Ball person, Mr. Ballbag.
Hell
Mr.
yeah.
Ball.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and square up our debts with him, because I'm starting to collect too many debts, and it's not good for a gambler.
That's bad.
Did you have a debt with him?
I feel like
he just paid off. Oh yeah, that's right, because that's the favor. That's your debt.
I feel like by the end of this, you're just gonna somehow end up like just dead in a river. Like we're gonna find your body in a river.
That's how Kilroy's story should end for sure. Like dead in a ditch,
That's what you think, but you're actually progressively reincarnated into worse and worse bodies, forced to serve your patron for all eternity. Kilroy, so you had an interaction on that airship with Rolton Ball, an associate with the... Did he say who he was with? He just said you owed him, right?
Yeah, I can pull it up real quick and find out.
If you can. If not, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll pull it up and listen to it while you...
Well, I was going to say, if you remember, it's cool. If not, then I mostly just need to know if he gave you information on how to find them. Because I'm pretty sure it was just a we'll be in touch kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm going to say, for the sake of it, that it was a we'll be in touch kind of situation. So finding him might be a little harder. But you could put the word out, I guess. You would know how to kind of do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I started visiting some of the seedier bars. Okay. Kind of asking around if anyone knows where to find Rolton Ball or his elf friend. The quiet one. Quiet, creepy one.
Okay. Give me a straight charisma check.
Sure. 11 plus 5, 16.
You don't really get any information on how to find him, but you feel confident in your endeavor to get the word out that you are looking for him. You meet a few contacts, trade a few drinks, just check all the boxes socially with these people, and you seem to be well received, leaving some contact information and whatnot, and ending your first morning there with trying to get that info out. Silas was doing what again? You were going and looking for someone?
His overall objective is waiting for his contacts, and with that,
You're just going to sit around and wait?
yeah. Well, with that not waiting or not happening, he's gonna look for the other people by heading towards the facades. Look for the other party members.
Okay. Which do you want to do? So you're going to spend half the day waiting around
Yeah.
and head out, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. High or low, Chris?
Hi.
Okay. M.
Yeah.
So you spend the first part of your morning hunkered down in a bush, just still as you can be,
Fuck yeah.
watching the guards, watching the property, the house, looking for any sign of this lady you're supposed to be following.
Mhm.
It isn't until the sun has come up and you're starting to lose some of the shade that you were using for cover. When you see activity in the house again, you see a halfling woman, dressed in very fine, comfortable robes come out. A few people coming around, handing her assorted things like plates and cups as she's resting on her balcony, kind of taking in the morning light. And yeah, you see several people come about, short conversations, a little bit of movement as she sits there and continues to sip on her cup of whatever in there before moving back inside the house.
Mhm.
Do you do anything? You can say no.
No.
Okay. You just keep holding watch?
Yep.
Awesome. You continue holding watch, and you are rewarded as an hour later, you're starting to get stiff inside this bush, not getting to move. Sun is well up and over you. You can tell you're losing cover. It's going to be much harder to sneak your way out of here if you wait much longer. And you see this same lady exit the building, now dressed in what looks like a fine suit of sorts, carrying a shoulder bag, and then heading out the front gate and moving among the small bustle of people on the street.
Cool. I'm gonna start following her. It's the same lady, right? That was on the balcony you said? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna start following her.
Fantastic. I need another stealth check.
Okie dokie. 25.
Yeah, so you managed to keep the perfect distance, making your way through the crowds, using some of the taller people as cover. You're making your way, following her. After a while, you realize that she is heading down towards the lower levels, taking various lifts and stairs. After a while longer, you start to realize she's taking the same path that you took to get up here.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more following, you're well into the morning now, starting to enter the afternoon, and you come across your apartment building.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God, the stupid apartment building.
And you find yourself standing in the same spot as you watch this woman make her way up the building to the stairs and to the door that you just followed Silas behind the night before.
Okay.
Eurydice,
God damn it.
you go about training your dinosaur, and then you make your way back into town to investigate the bracelet, right? Fantastic. You make your way back into town. A successful morning of training your dinosaur. You're confident you're going to get this. And then you make your way back into town to... How do you want to investigate this?
So I want to sort of act like a prospective customer. I want to take it to like a jeweler or something and be like, hey, I got this. It's really nice. Looking to get another one for a special someone. Do you know where I could find another one?
Okay. So where do you want to look? Do you want to look in the upper levels for your jeweler? Do you want to kind of stick to what you know?
He'd probably stick to what he knows. Maybe find one of the nicer shops in the crummier areas of town.
Okay. I'm not going to say it's a nicer shop, but you passed a shop with, it's essentially the equivalent of a pawn shop.
Okay.
Well stocked. Looked well better taken than most of the buildings in the area, so you assume he has to be some kind of successful.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
And yeah, you walk inside and you see kind of a a scummy looking human. He's balding in the middle of his head. He's got long, greasy hair coming around at that big bald spot. His teeth missing or rotted out, but he is dressed to the nines.
Perfect.
Shelves well stocked with what looked like very new and well taken care of goods, ranging from trinkets, jewelries, a few magic items, not a lot, and everything overpriced.
Of course.
Lovely.
Ah, yes. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for an appraisal.
Ooh. Yes. Show me what you've got.
And he's going to reveal the bracelet on his wrist to the man.
I don't think you're gonna find many who are willing to buy that second hand.
I'm looking for the maker.
Information you seek always comes with a price. I'm sure you were prepared for that, of course, but
Is there anyone else in the shop?
my dear boy, do you think this is my first time?
I'm going to lock the front door to the shop.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right.
Ah, yes, intimidating for sure. Are you sure you want to do this?
That depends. Do you want to do this?
My boy, it's as easy as a few gold. I am a man of business. I'm sure you can understand.
I'm going to place 1 gold coin on the table.
Can you give me an intimidation check?
Yeah. How is a 14? I just want to make sure I don't have it. Oh, no, I don't, because I don't have a reason to. Never mind. Yeah, so 14.
Cool. That is good enough. He was bluffing a lot.
Perfect.
Yeah, his face gets white. He just kind of decides to call it before he gets his ass handed to him.
So as soon as his face turns white, I take the coin back.
Ooh.
Oh.
Right. You're going to be looking for fist hair then.
Where can I find fist hair?
Upper levels. Find the building with the same markings. You can't miss it. Get out of my shop.
Eurydice's gonna sort of what's the word? Like hawk. He's gonna spit a ball of acid down on the man's desk.
Okay.
Just it's kind of pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna leave after that and start heading to the upper levels looking for fist hair.
Yeah, you make your way to the upper levels. Same path that everyone else is taking. Series of elevators, lifts, blah, blah, blah. And you begin wandering through the upper levels. You're just on a mission, yeah? You're not looking around, you're looking for the symbol in the shop.
Yeah, I'm on a mission here.
Cool. You make your way to the upper levels. You see the same buildings. The crowds are getting a little busier now as you make your way later into the morning. And as you start walking through the market area, you see a building at the end, once again taking up the majority of the walkway, slightly larger than all the other surrounding businesses. And you see the symbol over the top. Now that you're actually looking at it, you realize you've been seeing this symbol on several different gadgets, weapons, and whatnot since you've been sprung out of prison. You make your way into the building, opening the door. Similar to Silas, you get the similar feeling, the shiver down your back, kind of alerting everyone in the store of your presence. Once again, you are greeted with shelves of various kinds of weapons, trinkets, inventions, all bearing the same symbol, and you're kind of being overcome with a sense of familiarity at looking at all of this. And as you're kind of caught up, looking around, doing a circle on the spot, you hear from behind you, "Oh my God," and turn to see your old friend Erkin staring you white in the face, his dirty mustache already drenched in sweat, rooted to the spot.
Thank you for listening to our show. Are We Dead Yet is part of the One Up Podcast Network. Find more of our work at oneuppodcasts.com and support us on Patreon, patreon.com/oneuppodcasts. You can also find us on Twitter at Are We Dead Yet Pod. Cover art by Tyler Clawson from the Players Guild podcast. Check out the Players Guild at playersguildpod.com. Our intro music is a custom commission by Dave Cole. Our outro music is The Cliff by Dave Cole. Find more of his work on YouTube by searching for D. Cole Music. Also, check out his actual play podcast, Four Orbs. Background music provided by tabletopaudio.com and used under an attribution, non-commercial license from Creative Commons. Tracks used include Waterkeep, RiverTown, and Docks District. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our next episode. Bye!